Howdy,
All of his
adventurers.
co-workers were gone.
Ansem here,
What could it
and welcome
mean?
to Gameventure.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
And I'm giving you the Stanley Parable, and specifically the
When
baby
Stanley
game.
came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his
Sorry
left.
about that. Now, I am
This was not the
cheating
correct
a
way to the
bit.
meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Just so you know, I set up the game via the console, so by just clicking the one button, it pushes both the buttons that you see in the baby game, and push C2. This is where it gets to a little change, speeds up time in the baby game, so I can beat the baby game
Yes,
in just about
truly
5
a room
minutes.
worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all,
It
just to
is a
spend a
nice
few
room.
moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
It's kind of dark in there. I'm passing it. Can't go through the door.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Warning. Do not jump from the cargo lift while it is in motion. Will cause death.
Look, Stanley,
gonna
I think
follow
perhaps
that.
we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this
Party
time.
on.
What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you
You're
have zero
scary.
consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to
Danger
convince you of this, but I really
everywhere.
do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Okay. 2B5.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
I like the color blue.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
I like the color blue.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
But I like the color blue.
All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to
Yes.
find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
Okay.
You see? There's nothing here. I
Yeah,
haven't even
there
finished
isn't
building this
anything.
section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think
yeah.
I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles?
Yes.
Skill trees?
Yes.
Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far.
The
Tell you what,
story.
let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback.
Okay.
There we go. A
Third
third option. This already
door.
feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley.
Must
Take it for a spin.
Walk through it. So much orange.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
5.
Aha! You see, I knew I was onto something. Where do these flashes of inspiration come from?
You're a
How
genius.
did I know the game
That's
needed
rare.
a third door? Well, it's instinct mostly, a calling in your gut. I really couldn't say where the idea
There's a
came from, except that
door.
I felt it in my soul. You can't teach that, Stanley. Don't even try. Here, based on the data from your previous
Okay.
playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be
Show it to
perfectly
me.
candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Ooh. The Stanley Parable Worldwide Leaderboard. That's a lot of doors opened. A lot of awards. Do you know 21.3% of players skipped the intro sequence? Or the worst 3% of players chose the blue door? 9,328! Jeez! Friends is empty. Oh. 98.9% of players are more attractive than Stanley. My superior is a dead rat. My superior, the one above me in the leaderboard, is a dead rat.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
Yeah, but you saying I'm not attractive, so I'll give it a 4.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some play testing. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect.
Okay.
Let me boot it up.
Now here is where I'm going to be doing a little time cheating, because this ending takes 4 hours to complete from this point. I go
in this game,
skip
the
pretty
baby
much.
crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
Now here's what you do in this game. You push this button. Now, I set up the game so with the console where just pushing the one key on my keyboard pushes the button, and at the 2 hour mark, it's going to push the doggy button. Now, I'm also pushing
Good to see
the
that
2
enthusiasm.
button.
Keep it up, Stanley. Just 3 hours and 45 minutes left to go.
Yep. And 2
Okay, so clearly you're in it for the long haul. Although I find it hard not to believe you're simply running a program to click the button over and over automatically, which kind of ruins the point of the game, don't you think? Wouldn't that take the art out of it? You can tell me in your post-playtest analysis. Just popping in to say hi. I hope you weren't expecting more regular intervals of commentary from me, but that's not why you're here, is it? You're here for the game, for the art, for the endlessly spiraling sense of pointlessness and despair. Yes, this is what drives your every action. Keep clicking that button.
Annoying.
For hope, for freedom, for science, for love. Don't ever stop.
I want to stop by. I'm doing this for you guys.
You know, I've been spending the last 2 hours here embroiled in thought, and it's occurred to me, this game is incomplete. It's missing something.
Yeah.
It still doesn't have that oomph. What is it, I thought to myself? What could possibly be missing from this incredible experience? And then in a moment of rapture, as though delivered by angels, it came to me. Before this moment, I was blind, but those days are behind us. I now understand the true manifestation of this game. It needs a puppy. That's right. This puppy is being lowered toward an aquarium filled with nothing but piranha. Now you have to click the second button to avert the puppy's death, in addition to the babies. This is it, Stanley. Art. I did it. Video games are art. But you have 2 hours or so to go, so I'll just let you get to that. No time to waste when there is such a meaningful game to be played. Bonne chance, mon ami.
That baby's getting really annoying. And there's also the puppy. Now what you have done if you're playing the game without cheat is alternate between the resume the game. The 2 buttons, which is hard. for 2 more hours.
Ah, good to see both the puppy and the baby are still alive. It warms my heart to see how deeply the message of this game has resonated with you. I can only imagine the joy welling up in your chest. The sheer joy of such pure distilled life essence flowing through your veins. It must be amazing. I'm jealous of you, truly I am. No, seriously.
No,
I'm
you shouldn't be
deeply
jealous.
envious of your
This
position
baby
at
is
this
annoying.
very moment.
Speed up time a bit.
Ah, the joy of artistic expression must be even stronger now. Drink it in, Stanley. Few people on this planet will ever get such an experience. Peer through space and time. The universe unravels itself at your feet. This is the one true meaning of
I'm
life.
about to revel because of this baby and dog's constant yapping. And the butterscotch non-stop is gay annoying.
I know we said this would go on for 4 hours, but what if...
No, I want to stop.
Think about it. We could just keep going forever. Visitors would come from around the world to see the man who never stopped pushing the buttons. You would be famous. That's what you've always wanted, right? To be famous?
Yes, but
That
not
and
like
the surging
this.
power of artistic beauty to flow through you for all of eternity. You could have both of these things. We'll talk about it when you get there.
Speak
Have
up
we really
time
been
a
doing
bit.
this for over 3.5 hours?
Nope.
Goodness, how time flies. Wouldn't you say it's flown? Oh, no, you don't have to answer that. I understand you're quite busy. Just keep at it. Almost there.
Okay. And here we go. The art ending. What you
Really there,
normally
Stanley.
would pay
Art
this game
itself
for
is
4
a
hours to
burrow
get.
into your style. Aren't you excited
about
for
that.
spiritual immortality? For transcendence and oneness with the beauty and essence of all beings? Just a few seconds now.
Yeah, it's done! The cry is gone. Fear me, mortal. I am the essence of divine art. Others but you cannot read this text. Note that when you die, I'll personally carry your spirit across over Blixwixen into my garden belt with the emotions of a flower. I did not know flowers had emotions. There we will live together. We will dance and eat and sit. You will do improv comedy based on suggestions from me for all eternity. This is a reward for your work here today. Now, live your normal human existence. For me, I could not read that. That meant too far. I love you. That's what you get for playing that game, that baby game, for 4 hours. That so text that doesn't make any sense. And just 3, 2, 1 restarts. Now, I'm going to quickly give you another
All of his
ending.
co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oopsie days.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Now, how I got on the desk was using the chair and just ramming into it. And how to get to the window, you just crouch, which is default control. And you crouch through the window and... Yay, I broke the game! There's the window.
At first,
This is stuff.
Stanley assumed he'd broken the map until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative
Nice job,
tropes.
narrator,
So,
being one
now that you're
step
here,
ahead.
what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in?
Okay.
Okay, I'm
So,
over it now. What do
what?
you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
No.
Then in that case, we'll continue. But now, here comes the real question.
Okay.
What do you think would have happened if you had told me that you wanted this to stop? Do you think it would have been particularly different? Would I have taken the same idea but rephrased it superficially to fit that answer? Perhaps you never would even have thought of it if I hadn't brought up the issue in the first place. Oh, now think about it. Would it be worth it for you to restart and then come back here just to do the other option? Clearly, this whole gag takes some time. What if the other option is even longer? How long will you spend in total just to have heard all the narration? Oh, and this is rich. Perhaps you've just played the other option, and now you've come to see what happens in this one. So, what do you think? Which choice was the better one? Imagine if you had selected continue on your first playthrough, how tantalizing it would be not knowing what happens when you pick the other option. Indeed, you are one of the lucky ones. Though if the other option is really miserable to listen to, then perhaps you're not. In fact, I'm just going to say that no one who's listening to this is lucky. Well now, I've built up the other option so much that I'm going to stop talking and leave you to your decision whether to come back here, continue with the game, or just sit in this spot forever and ever. Cheers.
And now, that's the end of that ending. Next week, I am going to go. After some time spent in this, I think that I will be in for a while. Which you just, to get out of it, you have to begin the game again. I'm going to hit yes. So, like, comment, subscribe, and also share this video with friends. Hit the like button if you liked it. And if you haven't done it so already, hit the subscribe button to be notified when new videos come out, like when the next Stanley Parable is coming out, which is next Tuesday. And so on. I have many series going, and you will pretty much know when they come out, so, after they get released. Just look at your feed, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye!